so excited to be back, and this time I know what lies beyond the gates. It feels so great to be back. In just 6 months, I was here for the beginning of the 50th celebration, and now I'm back 6 months later. Thank you so much for subscribing and being a part of the community and allowing me to justify this trip. I cannot wait to share all kinds of fun with each and every one of you on my 5 days of ripping the parks out here on the East Coast, and then the grand finale, my stay at the Halcyon at the Star Wars Hotel. Friends, Ricky here. What do you say? Let's get a great week of Disney World content started on the channel right now. All right, so I learned from your critiques last time. I'm going through the tunnel on the right. It's so big and fancy. That's the way to say it. Disneyland is so humble, but this is big and fancy. Wow, it feels awesome being back. Thanks, Roy, for everything you went through to make this happen for all of us, and most importantly, for your brother. I have been counting down, I've been excited for this, but this is the moment when it all gets real. It's right here, and I'm back, and it feels oh so familiar. So big. Yeah, it's forced perspective, but it's also so big. I am just gonna walk and soak in all the vibes. I just can't help it but smile and laugh. Like it's just more of what I love. It's the thing that I love, just upscale. Bigger, newer. It's amazing. I love it. It's a nice change of pace, a nice place to visit. But my home will always be inside of Disneyland. Now I gotta do that moment where you walk up to the big castle and say hello. That is a work of art, man. That is a work of art. What I love about the hub is there's a little bit of everything happening here. Babies getting their first photos taken at the park, couples starting new relationships with engagements, old folks coming here on anniversaries. Like, I just love it. Literally, the hub is like a timeline of life, a timeline of fandom, where you can see people experience their first time and some maybe their last time. I love the hub. It was right here on the 50th where me and my friends had the absolute best time. The 50th wasn't necessarily a great anniversary. Disney kind of dropped the ball on it. I'm past it now, but I remember it because it was here where me and my friends decided to make our own magic and to take control of the day and make it more about us and less about Disney throwing a party. And I will always remember just the sweet, sweet memory of being with all my buds right here. Such a magic memory that I have. It's just so big. Look at all these green and garden spaces. This is part of what I found to be so charming, was just that extra space. Not to jam it full of attractions, but extra space to put in those vibes. And just to make it all feel like a real little city. 6 months later, it is definitely way more crowded than what it was when I was here back in October. Noticeably more crowded than what it was. Which just means the world's getting closer to being back to normal. A Magic Kingdom first for me, and what I love about Magic Kingdom is getting to relive some of the things that were at Disneyland before I got to experience it. It's my first ever rip through Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse, and I am pumped. That canopy, that's amazing. I definitely wish that it was still this way back home. Probably my biggest surprise about loving Magic Kingdom is there's just so much history of Disneyland that's still very much alive here. That is something that I really appreciate and cherish. Wow, this is so cool. Pretty cool getting to do this at sunset. I love how just all the platforms are staggered, so you don't really realize how high you're going. Until you start to get up there. So good. Getting up towards the top, getting the full view out into the park. I can see the Tron light cycle canopy. I think I'm getting ready to hit the highest point. I can see Splash poking through the brush. This is so cool. With Tarzan's treehouse being down for over a year now, it's been fun to do this again. They built Disneyland in the time it's taken them to do whatever they're doing with Tarzan's treehouse. What a great life decision to do this. You gotta love a good walkthrough attraction. And it's funny to think that Pirates and the Haunted Mansion were almost like this, a walkthrough attraction. When everybody else goes one path, I go the other. If there's a little nook, I'm going to check it out and see what the view is. Another Magic Kingdom first, and reliving the Disneyland lifestyle that I never got to live. That was fantastic. great first attraction to kick off this amazing week. It's pretty fun to see a splash mountain splashing. There is an energy here, man. There is an energy here tonight. This view right here, this is a thing of beauty. That's my favorite part of this park. I love Liberty Square so much. Both just in its construction and also the idea of that was something that they just couldn't pull off at Disneyland. So once again, seeing that come to life here is so great. I think I realized this, and I think I realized that I work at Disneyland, but I vacation at the Magic Kingdom. Hopefully that makes sense. It actually looks like a real castle at night. Now, the closer you get to it, the more it's broken, but during the day, not at all. But at night, it does look like a castle. I didn't give this area really a chance to kind of just cruise through it. There was nothing here for me. But coming through here at night, there's way less crowds. Like, this is a vibe spot. This is a good vibe spot. I can't quite put my finger on why I love this little back corner so much. Maybe it's because I like the quiet spaces, but this train station that obviously isn't running because of the Tron construction, I really fell in love with this little corner. There's a couple of little nooks that I've thought about a lot over the last year, and this right here was one of them. I always love like the most random spots. Very cool little area. And once again, there was a big top circus at one point inside of Disneyland. So this just gives me that vibe of like what that must have been like when there was an actual circus that was inside of Disneyland. Of course, I'm enjoying the typography on all these circus carnival style signs. Like, I love typography that talks to you, and by that I mean where every idea has its own font or its own container. It all works together in a symphony of thoughts and ideas so that each little piece of the typography has its own signature, therefore giving your brain the idea that the word "the" is not as important as the pronoun that's next to it, or "and" is just a conjunction between two things that are important. And I love that sort of hierarchy in design. Okay, I'm nerding out. And this is the old style of poster making when there was only two colors, two different plates. A lot of times they would use red and blue because it was attention getting, because everything else was black. So I love that they're even doing throwbacks to old vintage printing styles. Now, I've never been able to actually ride on the Disney Magic Kingdom Railroad out here, but I just love these train stations, both sides of this, and I love the shout out to Carolwood Pacific, the idea that inspired all this. But look at this train station. I just absolutely love it. And this is my first time getting to see it at night, which is pretty awesome. It comes together even more and feels like something that you would see up in the East Coast. Loving the Fantasyland station. One day Tron will be done. I'm excited to see if I can handle that ride. It's only like a minute and a half, so I feel like I can handle it. But it'll be interesting to see when that's done. I do not think that's ever coming out west. I just don't think that it fits. I've measured it out. I'd be shocked if it did, which means it probably will, and everybody would be like,
bad prediction, Bricky.
But yeah, it's big. It's big. It's pretty gnarly. Two things I've never done. I've never people moved at night, and I've never been able to people move without a mask. I'm going unmasked, and I'm finally showing everybody in the people mover my true identity. Here we go! So good! So good! Yeah!
Turn the lights down low. Set your mind to default. You just can't undo the harm caused. In a memory where the key got lost, it is hard to find what you need the most. Your mind a default. You just can't undo the harm caused. And your mind is weak, and the damage is done. And for
Disney magic, man. Disney magic.
and in this distant light, we search for something more.
I believe I've picked the greatest thing to fall in love with. My heart is full right now. New Disney, new magic, people moving, fireworks. It couldn't be any better. was an experience, man. That was so great. I got that Disney high. Friends, with a full belly and a long day of traveling, it's the end of Friday night, but I'm still on Thursday. I think this is where I'm gonna call it an amazing first day at Magic Kingdom. There's gonna be a whole week of Walt Disney World vlogs, so if you had fun today, I hope to see you back here again tomorrow. Thank you so much to my friends over Club 1313 for making today's trip and this whole week possible. I love you all, and I'm so happy to bring each and every one of you with me. So friends, till the next time I see you standing on the edge of Adventureland, inside the Magic Kingdom, with no other guest in sight, I'll see you back here on the channel with more Walt Disney World coverage.